picture this. You have been preparing for weeks. You walk into the interview room, you sit down, the interviewer smiles and says, "So, tell me about yourself." And suddenly, your mind goes completely blank. Your heart is racing, your hands are sweating, and the only thing coming out of your mouth is, well, I am,
Oh, Rose, that is one of the most terrifying feelings a person can experience, and I know so many people who have been in exactly that situation.
And the worst part is, you were prepared. You knew your experience, you knew your skills, but the moment someone asked you in English, everything disappeared. And today, we are going to make sure that never happens to you again.
Because a job interview in English does not have to be terrifying. With the right preparation and the right phrases, you can walk into any interview room and speak with genuine confidence.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Noor Daily English Podcast. I'm your host, Rose.
And I'm Alex. Welcome back to Episode 3.
And if you have not listened to Episode 1 and Episode 2 yet, go back and listen after this. In Episode 1, we talked about how to improve your vocabulary fast. In Episode 2, we talked about how to speak without pausing and hesitating. And today, Episode 3, we are going all in on job interviews in English.
This is one of the most requested topics we have received because so many people have the skills and the experience for a great job, but they lose the opportunity simply because they cannot express themselves confidently in English.
And if you are new here, welcome to Noor Daily English. Please subscribe right now. New episodes every week, each one designed to help you with a specific part of your English journey.
Today, we're going to cover 5 powerful sections: real interview questions, real example answers, real phrases you can use immediately.
Alex, before we get into the strategies, tell me honestly, what is the biggest mistake you see people make in English job interviews?
Honestly, Rose, the biggest mistake is trying to translate their answers directly from their own language. They think of the perfect answer in Bengali or Hindi, and then they try to convert it word for word into English. And the result sounds unnatural, robotic, stiff.
Because direct translation never sounds natural. Every language has its own rhythm, its own way of expressing things, and English job interview answers have a very specific style and structure.
Exactly. And that is what today is all about. We're going to teach you that style, that structure, those specific phrases, so that your answers sound natural, confident, and professional, not translated.
And here's something important I want you to understand before we begin. A job interview is not a test of your English perfection. It's a test of your ability to communicate, to connect, to convince someone that you are the right person for the job. You do not need perfect grammar. You need clear, confident, natural communication.
A confident answer with one small grammar mistake will always beat a perfectly grammatical answer delivered with fear and hesitation. Always. The interviewer is looking for a person, not a grammar robot.
So today, by the end of this episode, you are going to have real answers for the most common interview questions, real phrases that make you sound professional, and the confidence to walk into any interview and represent yourself powerfully.
Clapping hands? Let's get into it. Section 2, here we go.
Section 2, the most important question. Tell me about yourself.
Okay, Rose. Every single interview starts with the same question, and it is the question that trips up most people immediately.
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself. Such a simple question, and yet so many people completely freeze when they hear it because it is so open, so broad. Where do you even start?
And the reason people struggle with this question is that they think they need to tell their entire life story. They start from childhood, they talk about their family, they go through every single job they ever had, and by the end, the interviewer is completely lost.
Tell me about yourself does not mean tell me everything about yourself. It means give me a professional snapshot, a clear, confident summary of who you are, what you have done, and why you are here today.
And there's actually a perfect formula for answering this question. We call it the present, past, future formula.
Present, who you are right now professionally. Past, your relevant experience and background. Future, why you want this specific job and what you want to achieve.
So let me show you exactly what this sounds like. Imagine Alex is applying for a marketing manager position. Alex, answer the question using the formula.
Sure. So, I am currently working as a digital marketing specialist with 3 years of experience in social media and content strategy. Before that, I completed my degree in business communication and did an internship at a leading advertising agency where I learned the foundations of brand building. I'm really excited about this opportunity because I want to take my skills to the next level and contribute to a company that values creative and data-driven marketing. And from everything I've read about your company, I believe this is exactly the right environment for me to grow.
Beautiful. Did you notice the structure? Present, I am currently working as. Past, before that I completed. Future, I'm really excited about this opportunity because. Clean, professional, confident.
And now, let us break down the key phrases in that answer that you should memorize and make automatic. Starting phrase, I am currently working as. This immediately establishes your professional identity. Or if you're a fresh graduate, I recently completed my degree in.
For the past section, before that or my background is in, or I've spent the last X years, or I have experience in.
And for the future section, I am really excited about this opportunity because, or what draws me to this role is, or I am looking for a position where I can, or I believe I can bring real value to your team by.
So, your homework from this section, write your own "tell me about yourself" answer using the present, past, future formula. Use the phrases we just gave you. Keep it between 60 and 90 seconds. Practice it out loud until it flows naturally. Record yourself. Listen back. Refine it.
And do not memorize it word for word. Understand the structure, know the key phrases, and then speak naturally within that framework, because a memorized answer sounds memorized, and that is never impressive.
Coming up, the second most common interview question, and the one that makes almost everyone uncomfortable. What is your greatest weakness?
Oh, this one is so tricky. Let us tackle it. Section 3. Strengths, Weaknesses, and Tricky Questions.
Okay, what is your greatest weakness? Possibly the most feared interview question of all time. And the reason people hate it so much is they think it is a trap. If I say a real weakness, I will not get the job. If I say my weakness is I work too hard, the interviewer will think I am being fake.
Oh yes, I work too hard. My biggest weakness is that I care too much. I am a perfectionist. Interviewers have heard these a million times, and they are completely tired of them.
So, what is the right way to answer this question?
The right way is what we call the honest growth formula. You mention a real but manageable weakness. Then immediately you explain what you are actively doing to improve it. The weakness shows self-awareness. The improvement shows maturity and a growth mindset.
So, for example, one area I am actively working on is public speaking. I used to feel quite nervous presenting in front of large groups, but over the past year, I have been joining a public speaking club and volunteering to lead team meetings, and I've already noticed a significant improvement in my confidence.
Did you hear the structure? One area I am actively working on is real weakness. But over the past year, I have been active improvement. And I have already noticed positive result. This answer is honest, professional, and impressive.
Another example. I sometimes struggle with delegating tasks because I like to make sure everything is done perfectly. But I have been learning to trust my team members more, and I now use project management tools to stay organized while giving others more responsibility.
Perfect. Real weakness, tendency to over-control, active solution, learning to delegate and using tools. This shows maturity and self-awareness.
Now, let us talk about the opposite question. What is your greatest strength? This one sounds easier, but people often mess it up by being either too vague or too boastful.
The formula here is state the strength, give a specific example, connect it to the job. So you never just say, I am a hard worker. You say,
One of my key strengths is problem solving. In my previous role, I was faced with a situation where our main supplier suddenly canceled our contract 2 weeks before a major project deadline. I immediately identified 3 alternative suppliers, negotiated new terms within 48 hours, and we delivered the project on time. I believe this kind of calm, solution-focused thinking would be very valuable in this role.
impressed, strength stated, problem solving. Specific example given, the supplier situation. Connected to the job, valuable in this role. That is a powerful answer.
Now, let us quickly cover a few other tricky questions. Why do you want to work here?
Answer. Never say because you pay well or because I need a job. Always connect to the company specifically. I've been following your company for some time, and I am genuinely impressed by your commitment to innovation and your recent expansion into new markets. I believe my skills in X would allow me to contribute meaningfully to your team's goals.
Another question, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Answer. In 5 years, I hope to have grown significantly within this company, taking on more responsibility and contributing to larger projects. I am genuinely excited about building a long-term career here and developing alongside the company.
For every tricky question, the key is always the same. Be honest, be specific, be positive, and always connect your answer back to the company and the role you're applying for.
Coming up, the phrases that make you sound instantly professional. This section alone will transform how you come across in any interview.
Section 4. Professional phrases that win interviews.
Rose, I want to start this section with something that I genuinely believe. The difference between a good interview and a great interview is often not about what you say, but how you say it. The specific words and phrases you choose.
Absolutely. 2 people can say essentially the same thing, but one sounds confident and professional, and the other sounds unsure and amateur. And the difference is often just the phrases they use.
So let us build your professional phrase toolkit. Category 1, opening and connecting phrases. These are phrases you use to start your answers smoothly and sound immediately confident.
That is a great question. I would say that, from my experience, one thing I have learned is, what I find most important is, I strongly believe that, in my opinion.
Category 2, experience phrases. These help you talk about your background professionally. I have extensive experience in, I have had the opportunity to, throughout my career I was responsible for, I successfully, I managed a team of, I led a project that.
So instead of saying, I worked at a company and did marketing, you say, I had the opportunity to lead the digital marketing strategy for a mid-sized company where I was responsible for managing a team of 5 and growing our social media engagement by 40%.
See the difference? Same basic information, but completely different level of professionalism. Same experience, completely different impression.
Category 3, enthusiasm phrases, because interviewers want to hire people who are genuinely excited about the role. I'm really passionate about, I'm genuinely excited by. What excites me most about this role is, I've always been deeply interested in. This opportunity really resonates with me because.
Category 4, closing phrases. How you end your answers matters just as much as how you begin. So strong closing phrases. And that is why I believe I would be a great fit for this role. I am confident that my experience in X would allow me to contribute significantly. I am really looking forward to the opportunity to bring this to your team.
And category 5, buying time phrases, because sometimes you need a moment to think before answering, and instead of awkward silence, you use, that's a really interesting question. Let me think about that for a moment. I want to make sure I give you the most accurate answer. Great question. I would approach that by.
So this week, pick 10 phrases from today's section. Write them in your vocabulary journal and practice using them in your mock interview practice. Which brings us perfectly to our final section.
Section 5, your complete interview preparation plan. Let us bring everything together.
Section 5, your complete interview preparation plan.
Okay, everyone. We have covered so much in this episode. The tell me about yourself formula, strengths and weaknesses, tricky questions, professional phrases. Now it is time to put it all together into a preparation plan that will make you genuinely interview ready.
Because here is the truth. Knowing all of this information is not enough. You need to practice it out loud, repeatedly, until it feels completely natural.
So here is your complete interview preparation plan. 5 steps. Simple, practical, powerful.
Step 1. Research the company thoroughly. Before any interview, spend at least 1 hour researching the company, their products, their values, their recent news, their competitors, because the more you know about the company, the more specific and impressive your answers will be.
Step 2. Prepare answers for the 10 most common interview questions. Tell me about yourself. What is your greatest strength? What is your greatest weakness? Why do you want to work here? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Describe a challenge you faced and how you overcame it. Why should we hire you? What are your salary expectations? Do you have any questions for us? And tell me about a time you worked in a team.
Write out your answers using the formulas and phrases we covered today. Keep each answer between 60 and 90 seconds. Practice them out loud until they flow naturally.
Step 3. Do mock interviews. Ask a friend or family member to interview you, or record yourself on your phone answering each question. Watch it back. Notice where you pause, where you lose confidence, where your answer is unclear, and improve.
Step 4. Prepare 2 or 3 questions to ask the interviewer, because at the end of almost every interview, they will ask, "Do you have any questions for us?" And saying no makes you look uninterested. Great questions to ask: what does success look like in this role in the first 6 months? What are the biggest challenges facing the team right now? How would you describe the company culture?
Step 5. Prepare your mindset. The night before your interview, review your answers one last time. Get a good sleep. On the day, arrive early. Take deep breaths. Remind yourself, I am not here to be perfect. I am here to communicate, to connect, to show this company who I am.
And remember what we said at the beginning. A confident answer with one small grammar mistake will always beat a perfect answer delivered with fear. Always. Your confidence is your most powerful interview tool.
Today, we talked about how to answer "Tell me about yourself" using the present, past, future formula. We tackled strengths and weaknesses with the honest growth formula. We handled tricky questions professionally. We built a toolkit of powerful interview phrases. And we gave you a complete 5-step preparation plan.
You now have everything you need to walk into an English job interview with real confidence. The preparation is yours. The phrases are yours. The formulas are yours. Now, go practice them.
Thank you so much for being here with us for episode 3 of Noor Daily English Podcast. We are so proud of every single listener who shows up for themselves and their English journey.
If this episode helped you, share it with someone who has a job interview coming up. You might just help them get their dream job.
Subscribe so you never miss an episode. And leave us a comment. What was your biggest takeaway from today? We read every single one.
See you in episode 4. It is going to be incredible.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, keep showing up. This is Rose.
And this is Alex.
From Noor Daily English. See you next time.